We'll see if we can get in. It's looking like we might have to wait in line, though. I'm not sure. So let's see. Oh, you guys coming around this way? Okay. So we got our little buddy here. He's checking out the vehicle. I tell you, it's not easy to get in here, so I'm going to have to make do with what time I got with you guys. What's up? Like it? He's having a lot of fun in that car. Okay. There is a lot of stuff to see in here. All right, opening the window so you guys can get a good look at me. See my beautiful face and the beautiful vehicle, more importantly. So there is a lot of stuff that we can do in here. So the first thing I want you to check out is this is an off-road vehicle. So you can select all sorts of different kinds of terrain. You spin this knob right here. You've got kind of your standard road, kind of smooth sailing area. You've got desert. If you're desert driving, you switch it to that, it's going to give you optimal performance for desert cruising, sandy environments, loose soil, because you know you're going to need more traction there with your tires. You don't want to be slipping around. Here, for uneven surfaces, that's especially going to be important in mountainous environments. You never know what kind of slope you're going to be cruising on. Here, you've also got very bumpy surfaces. This is another type of bumpiness. I could not tell you the exact difference, but I'm sure if you drove this baby for a little bit, you could figure it out. That's going to help you when you've got uneven surfaces, really rugged roads, because your tires, they're going to be contacting the ground at different times. You're coming across rocks. It's going to be a bit more of a challenge for your vehicle, but with these different modes, you can not only tackle different types of terrain, you are dominating these different types of terrain, and you're really maximizing the usage of this vehicle and what it can do. So other things about this vehicle is 4-wheel drive. So 2-wheel drive, you know, if you're just cruising through, you know, your standard roads, city driving, I mean, it's a great vehicle for urban environments as well as non-urban environments. So you got the 2-wheel drive for that. It's going to save you on some fuel. However, let's say we're getting snowy. Let's say we're in a sandy desert environment. Now we're going to want our 4-wheel high-speed drive. This is a higher gear. So that is going to work wonders when your ground is a little more slippery or it's a little looser. You got loose soil, you got sand, you got desert conditions, and then you got 4-wheel drive low speed as well. Now this is going to be important if you are driving in mountainous conditions, because mountainous conditions, you're going to want lower speed, but you're going to want higher torque at the same time. And that's actually another function of this vehicle that is really interesting. They call it crawl mode or crawl control. So this vehicle, it can go, you know, high altitudes, thousands of meters up, and it can do some pretty steep slopes. But when you're doing steep slopes, you need this mode called crowd control. It's going to help you out a lot. It's going to maintain your vehicle at a slower, steady speed. So we're talking maybe 2 kilometers an hour to 5 kilometers an hour. That's going to be a safe, steady speed when you're in a very mountainous, precarious environment. But although the speed is lower, this crawl control is going to maximize your torque. It has a torque amplifier. So it brings the torque way up, and that's going to make it to where you can traverse these environments. Because if your torque drops when you're going up, oh, you got a sign for it. All right. GWM, baby. Yeah. Don't forget, if you guys like what I'm talking about, you like what you're seeing, don't forget, follow our page on Facebook, GWM. I'm talking about the Tank 300, the GWM Tank 300 today. Talk about a couple others, but there are a lot of models. So you can check them all out. Follow our page. Let us know. But yeah, when I'm talking about the torque, it's extremely important in a mountainous environment. So I want to show you guys some other things right here. So this vehicle, it has a 2.0T engine, right? And it's got, I want to say it's 227 horsepower. So this thing really moves. But in terms of external, or internal, I should say, you get something like this. So what are we looking at right here? This is, and you can see it from all different kinds of angles. So this is our vehicle. This is a 360 degree. Are you coming in through the back? All right, come on, come on. you guys get a better view from the back side. So you can switch between how you view the vehicle. So see, this is our vehicle. Let me see if I can, here we go. So here's our vehicle, our beautiful little Tank 30. And so you can roll it all around. You can see everything that's around you. And you see this, it also has blind spot monitoring. Now this is not only cool, it's also an extremely important safety feature. Because with something like this, especially when you're in a car or a vehicle that's risen higher up, it is difficult to see what is around you. And I mean, you hear stories all the time. Someone's backing up or someone's turning and they did not see what is beside the car. And then they hit it. It could be a child, it could be a person, it could be someone on a bike, it could be a small animal, it could be anything. And we as drivers have a responsibility to drive in a safe manner. You don't want to be responsible for that. You don't want that to happen on your watch. So something like this, in places where you can't see, you have a 360-degree view of your entire vehicle. Know what's around you. That is so important. When you're driving, you have to know what is around you. As a driver, you really have the responsibility for that. And in a risen up vehicle like this, this is going to make it so much easier. So you see here, there's so many people around here, you can really see it in action. So this red right here on this blind spot, that's a warning. It means there's something right next to you, very close. Be careful if you're turning, if you're pulling forward, if you're backing up. Be very careful. It'll also change between red and yellow. Yellow means kind of close, a little dangerous. If it's green, that means you're good to go. But you see, there's so many people around me. You can see the blind spot monitoring. It's doing its job. It's letting me know, hey, there's a guy here. Hey, there's a person here. You see that? That guy's standing right there. I got a red. So that's telling me, look out. That guy is right there. So 360-degree monitoring, super important. I want to show you some other things. Apple CarPlay. You can get your phone integrated with it. You got your Maps app. You can even watch television when you're parked. You have, this is called a dash cam. I know it's all in Chinese. That's because we're in Guangzhou, China. But luckily you guys are in luck because I can understand it. I'll translate for you. So you click this. This up here is a camera. This is the dash cam. It comes built in with this. So you can see what's in front of you and it will record. That way, if you run into any, situations or there are any accidents, you got all your evidence right here. You can see what's going on right here. That's a big deal. Maybe you run into someone, they say, maybe it was their fault. Maybe they say it wasn't. Maybe they say it's your fault. This is going to provide you that evidence you need. So a dash cam built right into the vehicle. That is a big deal. And so there's also a lot of other cool features. So you see this. It's pretty bright out in the pavilion where we're at, but you can see that you can change the color of the interior of the car. This is super, super cool at night. You got this ambient lighting. So it's got the whole color spectrum. You can go from white to purple to blue to green to red, and it's changing. Let me see where it is. So it actually changes the color. Oh, I guess I have them off right now. But you can change the color of it lit up. It's hard to see if it's not night, but at night, this stuff is super cool. So we also have, let me see, there's a couple other cool features here. So if you're cold, you got seat warmers. These are seat warmers. Turn it up. We're going to be feeling real warm, real toasty real soon. However, it is not toasty. It is hot as heck in Guangzhou, let me tell you. So we also got something for that, a seat cooler. So this generates airflow in the seat. It's going to keep your bum nice and cool. You're going to be sitting nice and you're literally going to be chilling. So that is one as well. So you turn that on and it's on like that. So then you also have, these are some parking features. There's another cool aspect of it. So here is, this is cord-free wireless charging, I should say. So it's all happened to us before. You are leaving the house and you realize as you leave the house, oh shoot, my phone has got 5%. but you got to go. What are you going to do? Well, you don't want a dead phone when you're out on the road because who knows what could happen. You put your phone right here and it starts charging automatically. So this is a wireless charger. So you put your phone right here. As long as your phone is wireless charging compatible, it's able to do that. You put your phone right here, it will charge it for you. So that's super cool. You don't even have to plug it in. Of course, you could plug it in. You got a charger here. You got a USB here. You've got the 12 volt right here. But the easiest and simplest of ways, heck, throw it right there. You are charging, right? So another cool thing is this. So let me translate this one for you. This one is steering wheel heater. So like I was saying, cold day. I don't know where you live. Maybe you live in Canada. Maybe you live in Russia. Those places. Maybe you live in Norway. Cold as heck. You get on the car on a cold morning. You get in the car on a cold morning. Turn this on. Your steering wheel begins to heat up. So I put my hands here, and I can already feel the heat surging. As I'm speaking, it was cool a second ago. It's already warm, just like that. I feel it already. What was that? 5 seconds? My palms are already warm. So that's very cool. If it's a cool day or cold day, snowing out, you get in the car, you want those hands to warm up. I don't know about you guys. I'm good with the cold, but my feet and my hands are not. So this, for me, would be a big deal because my hands are always the coldest. You gotta wear gloves, I live in Beijing, it gets real cold in the winter. This would be awesome for me. So that's very cool. I'm gonna turn that off because it's hot as heck in Guangzhou. I tell you what, my hands are gonna start getting sweaty. It really does get warm. And then you can also see how much your battery's charged in your vehicle, lets you know like that. You can switch it to this. You got your GPS system. Here's us right in the middle of the Guangzhou Auto Show. Hey, who would have guessed? Let me see, I got some other things here as well. So that is our light right here. You also have kind of your steering mode. So you can be comfortable, you can be sport, you can be light steering mode. You can do it a whole lot of different ways. And then here, I want to show you, you got your music. Put your music on, because I mean, to me, I love listening to music when I'm driving. This thing has an awesome audio system. I like to listen to a lot of funk. I like to listen to a lot of hip hop, heavy bass. This stuff does the job. It's got a good equalizer. It makes the music sound how it should. And then you got apps in here as well. You got weather. You could go on TikTok if you even want to. Of course, while you're parked, you don't want to do it while you're driving. And then, yeah, you've got, the news, you've got My Center, you've got all of that. So there's another couple things I want to show you guys up here. So I believe this is cruise control. This right here is what I was talking about. When you want to see that 360-degree camera view, you click that, you're going to get a camera view, you're going to get the blind spot monitoring right here. This is if you're going into a cold environment, a snowy area, maybe a lot of frost. You click that, you are good to go in terms of cold, icy areas, snow driving. So yeah, so that's kind of a lot about some of the internal features and some other things as well. You've got the ACC, adaptive cruise control. You've got the automatic emergency braking, the AEB. You've got the 360 camera. You've got the no blind spot monitoring kind of thing. You have the reinforced frame, the reinforced body. That's going to be your first line of defense. You also have lane departure monitoring. So I know sometimes people get tired, you're driving, and then maybe you start to veer out of your lane. This thing is going to warn you, and it's going to keep you on the straight and narrow. Because if you're driving in the city, maybe not a big deal. But if you're going long distances, you're going off-road, you're going cross-country, you're going to be at the wheel for a while. You want to make sure that you're awake and you're very aware, very perceptive. So lane departure warning is a big deal as well. Now, let's hop back out of the vehicle. Now let's take a look back out at some of the exterior parts of it. I want to go back and look at some of the aesthetics of this thing. get some water here. So yeah, look at that baby. So now we can kind of see it with the doors closed. So before there was a ton of people looking here. I mean, it's a really popular vehicle, but now we're seeing it with the doors closed. You can kind of see what it would look like in action. The very sporty, but also kind of modern look. It really embodies that spirit of fearless exploration, of adventure. And you know, that's something that I find really cool about it. Another cool thing about this vehicle is that it's very good for customization. So, I'm gonna take a drink of this water before I get into this. So, if you are someone who likes to have a lot of flexibility with your vehicle, you like customization, you like to mod your vehicle, you like to really personalize it, really make it your own, this is a vehicle that gives you a lot of room, gives you a lot of flexibility when it comes to really making it your own. So if you like customization, if you like mods, this thing, you've really got a lot of room to work with it. It gives you lots of flexibility for customization. So if you're big into cars, you like to buy a car, and you like to really make it yours, you really like to really personalize it, suit it to your exact taste. You're a modder, you like to customize, this is a great vehicle for that. So, and just back to the aesthetics of it, like I was talking about before, when you see the front of this thing, very powerful, very muscular. The 3-bar grille, beautiful, big emblem in the front, and that big boxy bumper. You see, it's got a very wide base, which is not only impressive aesthetics-wise, it's also very functional. It's going to provide you, because that wide base is going to give you a lot more stability and a whole variety of different terrains and external environments. So it's not just for the look of it. What you see is what you get. It's beautiful in appearance, and it's also beautiful in performance. And I really like this hood. You see how it curves upwards like this? It also accentuates the muscular aspects of this car. Because like I was saying, this baby carries a 2.0T high performance engine. This thing packs 227 horsepower. So it really packs a punch. And I love that in the aesthetic, they really show you that. You got the hood that curves upward. You got kind of that bump in it. You can kind of see that it's packing an engine. So if you guys like what you're seeing, if you guys like what you're hearing, if I've sparked any interest at all for you guys, I want to show you, I got some questions in here. I'm going to answer them in just a sec. First, I want to show you guys, if you have any interest, if you think that this GWM Tank 300 is a cool vehicle, click the bottom left corner, this link right here. Go to our page, and then you can see right here, you can give us your information, fill this in, give us your name, your WhatsApp, your email, the model you prefer, what you're interested in, where you're located, and any remarks or questions that you may have. So shoot us this information, like I was showing you. Here, bottom left corner, link, visit, give us the information. So, why do we want your information? Why do we want to know where you're located? Well, you guys could be anywhere in the world. This is our international live stream. We could be anywhere. But when we know where you're at, we can make sure that the dealership, because we got dealerships all over, the dealership in your area can get into contact with you. They can let you know about promotional prices. They can let you know about good deals. And they can get you in for a test drive so you can really get your hands on this beast, you know, so you can really try it out for yourself and really take it for a spin, see for yourself what it's all about. And if you guys are interested, I encourage you to act sooner rather than later, because the promotional prices are limited time. They don't last forever. I regret to inform you, they're not forever. So make sure you guys act sooner rather than later. Send us your info. We'll have a dealership get into contact with you. They'll let you know the details. So, Mira Luis says the atmosphere in the live stream is fantastic. Thank you, Mira. I try my best. It's an exciting place. It just has a lot of atmosphere in general. So what car is the host introducing now? This is the GWM Tank 300. In a second, we're also going to be looking at the Tank 500, and we're also going to be looking at the GWM Haval H6. So Mira said, after a test drive, I found that Great Wall Motors safety features are truly comprehensive, providing a great sense of security. Right. The safety itself is one aspect of it. It's also the peace of mind that it brings you. So, you saw me talking about all the features it has. And when you hear that, and when you drive a vehicle like that, you know that you have that going for you. You know that you have multiple lines of safety defense on your side. So like I was talking about, reinforced body, reinforced frame. You also have the software, 360-degree cameras. Look at this. This is one of the cameras. So you might be wondering, how do they do a three-dimensional projection like that? They got a camera here. They got a camera over on the other side. They got a camera on each side that provides you a 360-degree view of your vehicle, a three-dimensional view, so you know what's around you. This also helps with the blind spot monitoring. So it also gives you blind spot monitoring, so you know what's around your vehicle at all times. So GWM, check them out. This is the GWM Tank 300. She's got the clothes on I had earlier. I had that exact same attire on. Anyways, so safety features like that, also lane departure. If you're driving and you're veering out of your lane, it will warn you. There's also the AEB, ACC adaptive cruise control, automatic emergency braking. These are all safety features that are going to give you peace of mind. So like Mira was saying, when you're in a vehicle like this, you're not only safe, you feel safe. You have that peace of mind, and you can truly enjoy your driving experience, and your family and your friends can enjoy it as well. So let's come back around here. So like I was talking about, you see how it juts out, that stability that you're going to get when you're off-roading. You got the wide wheelbase. Come around here. So you see you got that wide wheelbase, and I love the rugged contours and the body lines. I mean, look at that, kind of just juts out like that. It's a very powerful, rugged, and rigid feeling that it conveys to anyone who looks at it. So I mean, like I was talking about, it's got an urban look to it, but it's also got that classic off-road feel. So even if you're not going off-roading, even if you're not in the mountains, if you're just in the city, this is a vehicle that has presence. This is a vehicle that people see you cruising around in the city, and it leaves an impression. I live in Beijing. That's a mega city. There's cars everywhere, but I see a lot of these Tank 300s on the road. The GWM Tank 300s, I see a lot of them. And it's like I was talking about before. The Tank series is huge in the Chinese off-road SUV market. Over 50% of the off-road SUV market in China is this series right here, the Tank series. Half of all off-road SUVs purchased in China are tanks. I mean, that just goes to show. I can show you the features. I can give you the up-close look. I can tell you what I think about it. But at the end of the day, you got to look at the numbers. Are people buying it? Are people willing to spend their hard-earned cash on it? Is it something that really speaks to the consumer? If it is, then they are going to be willing to really go for that vehicle. So, okay. Oh yeah, so let me show you guys one more time. Princess Jana says how much. The price in RMB, I want to say, is around 20 to 30 RMB. What that is in your local currency, I couldn't tell you exactly. But Princess Jana Espridian Saavedra Jr. Also says, wow. So if you guys are interested in more details, talking about price, all that, you're going to want to hit our link right here in the bottom left corner. You see that? That's the link. So the price exactly, I mean, you would have to know, you would have to see what promotional deals they have in your area, because there's promotional prices, there's good deals. You can get a good price on this vehicle right now if you put your name in, your gender, your WhatsApp, email, model that you like, your location that you're at, and any remarks or questions that you might have. So you do that because you guys, you know, could be anywhere in the world. You do that, and a dealership in your area will be able to contact you, and they can fill you in on the exact prices. They can fill you in on the good deals you can get, promotional prices, and they can also get you in for a test drive as well, so you can try it out yourself. Like I was saying, you can listen to me all day, but at the end of the day, you got to try it out yourself. Look at the numbers. Half of the off-road SUVs in China are all tanks. Half of the off-road SUVs being bought in China for 39 consecutive months for over 3 years in a row. Half of the off-road SUVs being bought in China were this vehicle. So let's go back in here. I want to show you guys the back seat. It's getting a little hectic in here. So I'll see if I can get you guys into the back seat so you can kind of see what it looks like back here. So you see right there, they just laid the seat down. And that's what I was telling you guys about earlier, is that you can lay these seats down. He likes it. Let me see if I can ask him real quick how they lay the seat down. 这个座椅怎么放下? Let's see if we can see how we can lay this thing down and we can see just how much space we can create in the back of this thing. Is it this right here? Oh, okay. So you see that? Lay it right down. Come on in. So, it's a little quieter in here. It's getting pretty noisy out there. So, you see right here, back, very spacious, and you see you can lay this thing down and you've got really a hole. You could essentially be sleeping back here. Like, look at this. You put this thing back, you could put out a whole bed right here, and you could really sleep anywhere you go. Because, I mean, when we're talking about going camping, we're talking about cross country, we're talking about off-road, you very well may be camping in your vehicle. It could be cold as heck outside. So this is going to give you the ultimate comfort. You can have a bed right in the back of your vehicle. You just lay it down just like that, and you can be chilling. So yeah, this is enough room for 2 people to sleep comfortably. I mean, I'm like 5'9", 5'10", and I can fit in it perfectly. I put my foot up here on the footrest, but comfortable, totally comfortable. And so the vehicle, driving a vehicle, buying a vehicle, part of it's about the driver's experience, right? You know, you want to have fun. You want to get behind the wheel. You want to have a good time. But I'm sure a lot of buyers, I'm sure a lot of car owners, you know, you either have a family or you have friends. And if you're going on adventures, you're doing outdoor exploration, you've got that spirit of the adventurer. A lot of the times you're going to want to take your friends with you, or your girlfriend, or your family, or any of that. So their comfort is very important as well. So you want a vehicle like this that's spacious. You want a vehicle that has nice and soft chairs like this. So I'm going to put this back up so we can let our camera guy in.